Alright. Rise up, my fellow warriors of chaos. I am Rachel D. Silver. This is my brother Arif. This is Corin, and Raytheon's not with us. He is not feeling well. But so by the way, we are going to be doing our top 5 favorite video games of all time. Since Raytheon's not here, do you want to do it?
Yeah.
Corin will instead, either me or Corin will be doing his list. Alright? So Arif, you said you wanted to go first.
Did I?
Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first? Do you want me to do Raytheon's list first?
We can go over everything else.
Alright, can I see your phone then? Because mine's being used to record.
Sure.
Alright. Yeah, alright, so I know this. This is his number 1, so I'm going to start at the bottom. So, Raytheon's... You want to see? Nah, Corin, don't do it. So, Raytheon's number 5 is the God of War franchise. He is a fan of Greek mythology and in most Nordic mythology. Does he need to say more? Yes, I am. He's a personal fan of mythology. I think the concepts are amazing, and while the stories of gods and heroes often touch on taboo subjects, it's still interesting to examine ancient culture through the stories they tell. The franchise takes those premises and incorporates them into an immersive and brutal fashion. The main character is set upon a path of vengeance, purging and the influence of gods and goddesses from mortal affairs, and brutally purging heroes whose sole purpose is bringing glory to themselves on the gods' behalf. The most recent entry includes a new formula shifting to Kratos' battle with Aesir gods. The characters you meet on the journey have personality and a feeling for Kratos and understanding his plight as he's being toyed with the god and being controlled by the gods. He's fully said, "Do this later."
Eh?
Try to do this a little bit later so it doesn't make the sound doesn't bounce off the game. His second one is Star Wars Battlefront 2, 2005. Not Battlefront 2 from EA. An old but still enjoyable gem. This hardens back to a time where the formula of Star Wars games was down and meticulously and creative and care. And now with microtransactions. Thank you, Corin. The vehicles, maps, personality, and entire gameplay felt as though you, the player, were experiencing a legitimate war among the stars, as if you, the player, were a character in the Star Wars universe. The campaign was rich with detail accurate to the movies and lore, and there's no nonsense of loot boxes and unnecessary. But we call the Corin. His third is Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds. Set years after the events of A Link to the Past, the gameplay is similar while adding a creative and impactful mechanic. Phasing through walls, switching between Hyrule and Lorelu, however you pronounce it, to navigate dungeons, the dungeons themselves. All this blends together to create a fun experience that also, the Street Pass allows you to fight other players as Shadowlings. His second is actually one we streamed before. Bending the Ink Machine, not 2, almost at 2. Holds an old school gem based on an old cartoon that went under, and gameplay is quite unsettling. Overall, the atmosphere gameplay are created unique. So he sent me that, and I told him to send me more. So as far as Bendy, the graphics were polished, the ink flowed smoothly, and I swear I saw Mr. Popo's face on it. I couldn't resist.
Wait, is that when he sent you more?
No, I sent me more, but I added the Mr. Popo thing. The wood panel and had some basic detail, but the music I thought was appropriate for the setting. The old school cartoon style as well as was well done, gameplay and needed improvement was decent now, and the characters I enjoyed. Not only that, but the fan-made songs were all excellent. Bendy Ink Machine has some really good songs. I recommend you check out JC Music. Can't Be Erased is one of my top 5 favorite songs of all time. I believe it's in my playlist.
Except for the fact you got jump scared by that one Bendy creature.
Shut up. But no, Can't Be Erased is one of my top 5 favorite songs. I believe it's in my Razor's favorite songs playlist. Please check it out.
Didn't it become the thumbnail?
Of the channel?
Yeah, for the episode.
No.
I wish it did.
That would be funny. So his number 1.
Your face will be the streaming in the thumbnail.
Number 1 is actually Pokemon Platinum. Rich in content, steeped in history, Sinnoh has a charm that he greatly admires. As he shall address in a future entry, he is a fan of the mythology, whether made up or based on real cultures. And Sinnoh has a well-developed and interwoven mythology that is central to the plot. The towns and cities all have unique flair. The Pokemon that are available to make sense of the climate. The places while seeing the dread, there is much to explore and experience. Platinum also addressed the slow movement of Diamond and Pearl, we'll get to in a second, as well as introduced us into the Distortion world, which were told in Diamond and Pearl, but never overall. Gen 4 is one of his favorites, and he also told me, though Gen 4 did a good, he thought Gen 4 did a good job incorporating basic 3D graphics, and the buildings and layouts were similar. As far as sound design, he thought incorporated really well. The lakes have a melancholic, I think his name is, introspective sound. Eternicity, Celestia Town, and Solocian Town have rustic trance and distortion world theme. Even Garatina's battle theme have mysterious and overall bizarre sound effects. He thought the graphics and sound design were spot on. Now that, for a little bit of fun trivia, Gen 4 was actually my first generation game I have ever played. Arif, your turn.
Sure.
And I'll do mine last.
You can help me along the way if I stumble.
Okay, it's okay, I got you.
First and foremost, this isn't really an official game yet, but it will be at some point in the way future.
I'm saying, is this like your four? By the way, one more thing. He cannot find a fifth game, so I'm cutting him some slack. So he's doing top 4 favorites.
I might have this one.
One more. Okay, never mind. Forget what I said.
Because that brought it to my mind.
I'm sorry about
that. The game is called Yandere Simulator. It's not an official game. You would have to download it from the internet. So basically, Yandere Dev keeps uploading videos onto his channel. He's the one who created Yandere Simulator. It took a lot of effort, and he also had released each of the updated versions of it playable to anyone.
I know Markiplier's, if you don't know, Markiplier's also played that game.
I know.
And also, I was telling the audience, and I actually didn't watch Markiplier's original Let's Play of Yandere Simulator. It actually took me a while before I decided, like, you know what, let me check it out. And because I remember seeing, the reason why I watched it, because cats don't go meow, they go meow, and that made me want to watch his simulator. That was the main reason why I wanted to watch it.
Also, going off another YouTuber that plays the game, you should check out Cub Scouts. He's hilarious as heck in his videos.
I'll put a link to the description below for these channels. Do you mind? I'll probably find a link, and I'll be putting a link in the description for these channels so you guys can check them out.
Because he did a video where he played the first ever build all the way up to the current, which was actually pretty neat.
I think
it's surprising how weird it looked when it first came out too.
I think Razbowski's also doing it.
Because one of the things that was just like a hallway with collated areas, and so you couldn't go anywhere.
I remember the old build.
Wait, you played it?
No, I remember watching it.
Wait, what?
I've watched it on YouTube.
Yeah, and going off of how the game is, it's pretty hard if you don't know what you're doing. I hope it comes to PS4 at some point, because then it'll be a lot more easier for some people.
Totally streaming that game.
Yeah, we will.
Oh, it's gonna be fun.
I basically thought of that.
Yeah, we're gonna if you're saying that game's gonna be fun, I have a feeling like just.
And I have a love for kind of yandere, psychotic kind of characters in anime and whatever.
Yeah, heck, I think remember because your favorite character in like Fire Emblem is Camellia, because you love how like psychotic she is.
Yeah, because you guys told me what her past was.
No, I told you to like listen to her voice, and it was a bedroom voice, and you fell in love. Plus, she's got. Yes, we're talking about your sister. Massive badonkadonks.
Or chichis, which you could say in Japanese.
Why must you hurt me? Why must you bring that up?
Because I heard it on a YouTube video.
Literally, now I feel bad for Goku. Okay, continue.
I don't even thought that. No one said that in the description of the video. And the person who did that video I'm referring to is Zone 10, and I don't know if most of you know of her, but she's a very 18+ YouTuber. So to continue for Yandere Similar, it's basically the main character is Yandere-chan. She was I need to look up her pet.
No. We can do that. You can do that.
Well, basically, her mother is out of town or something, and I think they have a really good quality in the game right now. They have added new stuff, like a Dance Dance Simpler thing, which is cool. They have a Dance Dance Revolution kind of little game in there, which is kind of cool. Because Cub Scouts actually recommended that for him to add.
Cub Scouts?
Yeah, the YouTuber.
Okay, I thought you were talking about like Cub Scouts, like Boy Scouts.
No.
Because I was about to say, I was a Boy Scout.
I literally said that the last question I just answered.
Literally, if it was a Boy Scouts thing, because Cub Scouts wanted them. If literally it was a Boy Scouts thing, I don't remember my teacher telling me to play Yandere Simulator. Don't facepalm me. Don't facepalm in front of me. Don't. Okay, you're gonna go over there now. Okay. And you're upset with your husband.
Yeah, Yandere Similar has a close relation to Hitman, because Yandere. Also, this all goes credit to Yandere Dev. So any of what I say is his has his ownership. So basically, in one of his videos he posted a while back, he said that a future update will include Yandere-chan's original rival. Chano, I think her name was.
You know,
I know, but so.
I do know one thing, that there's actually mods in the game.
Yeah, there are.
The reason how I know,
but he said they're not going to be in the full game.
Which is really upsetting, because one of the mods is that you can play as Sans from Undertale.
Osana was her name.
I remember seeing that, like, oh dear
And
God.
just like in Hitman, she will be guarded by another student, which is her really best friend, and she won't get distracted by anything, which is pretty cool. So it'll be really hard to get her away from her to actually assassinate her.
Very cool. Do you mind if we turn the light off? Because I'm getting like I'm noticing a really bad glare on the screen.
I don't want to.
It is like right there.
Okay, Google. I don't know what the name of that one is.
Lamplight?
Just turn them. You can turn it back on. Okay, to continue. Yandere Similar, the place is Academy High, I believe it is. I think that's the school name. And basically, you have to go to class to raise your stats. The music is okay. I haven't really listened to it as much, but the fandom music though.
Fan music?
Like IS Cupwig did one. Did Markiplier do one? I can't remember if he did.
No, he just did animated shorts.
Oh. Yeah, there's a lot of fan service, or not fan service.
Fan music.
Fan music and fan content.
And fan service, as you said.
I haven't really looked up about the fan service,
Give
but
it-
we're not going to talk about that.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about it. We don't want to step into that kind of stuff. All right, next one?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to Yandere Similar though.
Yeah, that'd be a fun game to stream.
Also, they have student council in the game too, which will actually, you have to watch out for, because they're basically guards if you were in a prison.
That would make sense.
They all have their own personalities though.
Oh, nice.
You can electrocute people going to the fountain.
Oh, I have
You can also give people chips, which makes them thirsty.
I have a feeling that this is gonna like spark like some kind of psychotic stuff that we're probably gonna be doing. Granted,
You know that's going to be more towards me.
and me, literally out of my workplace, they think like out of everyone in my workplace, I'm the first to snap. And if I play a game that gives me ideas, my coworkers might have to run. I am 100%. I am 100% joking. But I'm not joking apart that my coworkers think I'm the first to snap. Actually, I'm joking. I'm 100% joking.
Yeah, so basically the student council has their own personality and everything.
Back here.
So they have their own paths they take. And there's also requests you can do, like missions. Things like missions, so you can help someone find this person, or someone wants to snitch on someone.
Okay. By the way, quick advice: kind of make it a little bit more brief. Like, you don't kind of make them look a little bit more brief, and like a little shorter, like without going to like full
Dude, I
detail.
explain things a lot, dude.
I know, but just in case, like maybe like don't.
That was
like,
probably the only game, maybe Beyond Two Souls will actually maybe I'll explain more.
Okay.
But I'll save that for last, I guess.
Okay, next one.
Ring Fit Adventure that recently just came out, not too long ago. It's basically meant for exercising. There's a little game in it, Ring Fit Adventure. I haven't played much of it, but it's like, I think you will. I haven't really played much of it, but
I do need to get like. I have seen like Alpha Red play. You gotta like move around.
Do you unlock stuff in it?
I don't know. I gotta rewatch his videos.
Because there's a little thing where you don't have to play the game, but you can exercise with the ring, though. I think that might be how you unlock stuff, though.
Probably. No.
Yeah. There's a little standby mode where you can actually just use the ring to exercise, and it'll count the reps you do and just reward you something.
Yeah, I remember
I haven't done any of it, but maybe some point. I'm not a multitasker, so I may barely even do it.
Yeah, I know. Like you had me and Braithion do something like that, like do one of the exercises, some of the exercises.
Well, the exercise on there, but not on the side. Yeah, some of the exercises, the game requires you to squeeze. Actually, where is it?
Right here. There you go. Oh, use that as an example. That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
Yeah, basically you squeeze it, pull it, and some of the
twist
minigames.
it.
I already twist it, but you can do this in the game. It wants you to do that.
Yeah. I hold a record for me holding
And
it
I
like
actually
this.
realized that the one you have to do on the ground in the story one, this ain't actually that hard. I thought you actually had to face forward.
I know you gotta do something. I gotta do something
sideways.
like you gotta do something like this. But I have seen like you also gotta like kind of like.
Is there one like that?
I remember seeing someone do it. If you had to hold like this, and kind of like, yeah, I can't do it right.
You might have to hold it with your hand. Or
But you gotta do like this. You gotta like do squats of it. I'm done. I don't want to break it.
dude, this thing's very durable.
I know, but
it's not easy to break.
It's always like the little bit of like the worry that I break it.
You.
All right.
Yeah, basically you squeeze, we pull. I run over that. And there's a little thing you strap to your leg too.
Joy-Con strap. Yeah. All right, number
So
3.
I'm not done yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay,
Actually, I don't know if I am or not. But let me think. Yeah, well, there's a side exercise you can do, just the exercise, and then there's a story. So basically that. It's pretty fun, but as far as I got for doing the story, I basically got up to like 2 or 3 episodes before I was exhausted.
But those stuff you don't want to do like an all-in-one. You want to do it, take a break, go again.
Yeah, they tell you that
break.
too, and they give you the option to do like a little is it called warm up?
Yeah, warm up.
Warm up before you start or not. It's up to you. And what else?
If you can't think of anything, you can always go to the next one.
Yeah.
Maybe games, music, soundtrack, something, graphics.
The graphics are pretty nice too.
All right.
Yeah, that was it. Okay, now it's
Number 3.
oh, do this one next. Same thing as Raytheon's was. Bendy and the Ink Machine. Relating to the old cartoon Steamboat Willie. Felix. What were the other black and white cartoons? I don't know if it was Mickey Mouse, Steamboat Willie. What the heck was the bunny? Because there's a bunny that was in the Mickey Mouse.
I know what you're talking about.
There was a game of the most.
I know what you're talking about. Oh God, what was it? I know what you're talking about. I don't have the name in my head right now.
Me neither, because I never looked it up.
I'll probably be like doing a comment because I don't.
Yeah, well, there's Bendy, Boris, Alice. I don't know if there's any others.
Then this is mainly those 3. If you haven't done what you're talking about, do check our Bendy and Ink Machine stream.
Yep. Yeah, it was pretty fun though.
Oh, it was a lot of fun. I got scared. Woohoo!
Which was probably meant to be in content.
You guys laughed at me.
Dude, that's content. That's meant to be content.
You mean humor?
Humor, yes. Content is humor.
Yeah.
Content can be anything, dude.
Getting scared's not always that.
Yeah, Bendy was very interesting. Going off of, I forget half the thing what Breakdown said, but I'll just go off what I think. Music was pretty good. decent.
More of an ambience kind of sound.
Eerie.
Yeah. What you meant by ambience?
It's kind of scary in a way, of a childish way. At first, people think it's not as terrifying, like him, because he didn't think that at first.
No, I knew it was gonna be terrifying. I watched like years ago when they first released. I watched like the early builds, the first 2 chapters. Like, oh, it's not that scary.
Yeah, they really changed the first level though, which I did not expect to happen. I did not expect it like that.
Always development.
I
stuff
expected
happens.
the old build like they had it originally.
Well, they always have to like amp it up and stuff like that.
I thought that was the full game though, for some odd reason. But I forgot that they added episodes, and I didn't know they were upgrading all the other episodes too.
Right.
And what else?
They got a lot of good fan music.
Fan music, fan art. Like he said, JT music.
Yeah, check them out. Seriously, it's great.
What I feel I should say about that game. And also the graphics are kind of more like you're in a comic.
Yeah, no. You mean like an old school cartoon?
That too.
Which is what I would do.
There is a place you can go that actually looks like the in the game too. I don't know where it is though. I saw it somewhere online.
That'd be cool though. But
they have it like all lined out like
the
with
game,
black and the tan things.
The game was also made by Rooster Teeth, so
yeah, that too.
Shout out to them. By the way, we also just finished watching Ruby Volume 6.
Well, they supported it, or they helped it.
Also, I'm saying this real quick. We will, after we watch Ruby Volume 7, we will be doing a review for both Volume 6 and Volume 7.
Are we doing multiple episodes or one?
In one episode, we are doing that all in one episode. So tune out for that in the upcoming months.
Okay. Next game. Third game. Star Wars. Fourth game. My bad. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. I haven't finished this game because I got on the boss I got stuck on, the Ninth Sister. She's absolutely terrifying. But basically, this game goes over the Inquisitors a lot more than the. I haven't finished.
Make sure you don't like go into like spoiler territory. Just want to. Don't go into like stuff of spoiler territory. Just kind of watch out for that.
I know.
Kind of stuff.
Yeah. All credit goes to Disney if I say anything that might give them anything for us to strike us. All content goes to them, and I apologize for anything I say if it goes towards that. I'm not gonna talk about the series then.
Did I just say that if you like the game or like that?
Yeah.
And maybe graphics.
Well,
and that stuff.
whatever series they made anyway, I will go towards that. I haven't watched the whole thing of one of the series. But it goes over the Inquisitors a bit, but I don't know how much. I haven't finished it. But Jedi Fallen Order kind of goes over like a what was his name? I forget his name, but first he is starting to work in like a junker area where he's trashing things and stuff, and he's basically a runaway Padawan. So he's in hiding from the dark side.
Doesn't it take
After
place?
this takes place after Order 66 was executed.
Execute Order 66.
And that's what makes it interesting, because then it's a really big game though. I could see though, because there's points where you actually get more upgrades for your character. Like eventually you'll get a dual lightsaber, and what was surprising to me is when I got that, I didn't know you can actually switch between the single and double.
Alright.
Graphics are pretty cool. It gets frustrating at some points because you can't figure out what you're supposed to do, and it also gets frustrating when you have to go all the way back across the map to your ship.
I am saying this.
Which frustrates me so
much. I
much.
would talk about Star. I would like.
Yes, he hates the creators of it.
I would play the game. Believe me, I've heard nothing good things about this game, but I don't want to play it.
Yeah, unfortunately, we won't live stream it because of that. Because of him.
I can't support EA. I really can't. Not after since the Battlefront debacle of 2016, 2017. I literally in like 2018. I just can't support Battlefront. I can't support EA. I can't support what they do to their company. I just can't.
Also, the main character you play as in Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order is actually a character from another show.
I think Rebels.
No.
Clone Wars.
That's not Star Wars. I'm not referring to Star Wars.
Okay, I thought he was like the character from one of those shows.
It's a hospital show or something, I think.
Okay.
He's a character in one.
Hey, but does this have any list? Like, is it like from going from least to favorite?
Huh?
Was this going from like? Did you send like?
These are the ones I'm having a big description over.
No, I'm saying like, is it like 5 to 1, or is it like, is this a list of on your
Just
order?
so things come to mind.
Okay, so this is like any of these can be like your top 5. Like it could be in any order.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Sound design, soundtrack.
I won't go into that part. Not what you said. What I was just thinking of,
Okay.
because that would be kind of ruining what people would want to expect.
Just say if it's good or not. That's what I say.
I think what I'm referring to is pretty good, but I'm not going to say anything about it.
Yeah.
Just expect something. What are the TT? TTs? Is that what they call? The big four-legged things.
ATV.
Something related to
Yeah,
ATTs.
I know you're talking about ATV. TNT, TMNT, I don't know. I know what you're talking about. The name is
robots.
The name is eluding me. I know there's the AT Walkers, and I think it's the ATMNT.
ATT, I think it was called.
I think so too. Sorry, we're fans though, but we don't know that. We don't know basic knowledge of Star Wars, even though we're fans.
Also, one of the characters in the game looks almost like the one character that was Jin's caretaker, the black guy.
No, really.
In Rogue One.
Oh, really? Oh, really?
But he died, but I'm so unsure of what was even going on when I first saw him.
Yeah.
Because he was one of the people who talked to you in the game.
Interesting.
Because I believe he died because he sacrificed himself in that movie. And sorry for bringing this up, but Disney, please don't strike us for this.
Please don't. We back of you. But I'm still Sizzy. Rogue One, great movie.
Okay, that's game. Fifth game. Because I have Beyond Two Souls was by far my most favorite game I ever played. But I was so bored one day, I just decided to play it all the way through again.
Binge played.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, I played it a second time all the way through.
How long did that take you?
It takes a few days. Like probably 3 days.
Dang, I see people just stayed up late like, I'm just not gonna stop playing
No,
this
I
game.
can't do that. My mom won't let me.
Because
Because I get too tired. I don't drink a lot of caffeine like my one friend at work does all the time.
I drink caffeine. I drink coffee.
And now he has he's diabetic because of it.
Note to self, don't drink coffee anymore.
No, energy drinks.
Oh, I don't even drink energy drinks. I can't. I don't like
the
Monster, Red Bull.
I think my drink's in there. Am I getting it?
Keep talking. Keep
talking.
Keep talking.
Yeah. The Rockstar one.
Keep talking.
That's what I was referring to, Rockstar. Because he drinks a lot of those, I think.
You want
Yes.
to over there?
Go ahead.
Keep talking. Keep talking.
Yeah. Beyond Two Souls is about a girl, I forget her name. Because I have not played it in a while.
Was that the game that you played last year? The girl with the blindfold?
No, she has it's kind of like she has powers, but she has a stillborn brother.
Was Beyond Two Souls like
Because there's like a spirit that's connected to her like with a wire, and basically it's like Star Wars in a way. The spirit can push things, pull things, harm anyone, and it is also multiplayer, but it's strange when you play multiplayer.
Laggy?
No, it's not laggy.
This feels kind of off.
It's weird because the second player is like moving all over the place, and it's hard to keep track of that.
Okay.
I just don't recommend playing multiplayer because of that. But people are good at teamwork, and it's mainly for a teamwork kind of thing if you're playing multiplayer.
Yeah.
And it has a very interesting story. It's a really good game. You guys should check it out if you haven't already. But basically, it's kind of like a scary game and also a story-driven game.
Makes sense.
Because it goes off life, danger, adventure, exploration, kind of. But you don't gather things like you always go on about.
Yeah.
But I can't remember if there's any collectibles you have to collect in there. Maybe, I don't know.
Probably if it's an open world.
Not really.
Then no. I don't know.
But in the levels, it kind of is. It kind of seems like it when you're in some levels.
Okay.
Yeah, there's I forget what the other world was. Because there's like another dimension with all the spirits. That are harming everything because they're like bad spirits. And the spirit you're connected to, Jodie was her name. Yeah, Jodie was her name. The girl, because you go through her life. Because they brought out a new version of the game to the PS4 a while back for Plus, and it also included a original order of the timeline and how it should go, and then there's an order that you should play it like for random order how they originally had it. So it wouldn't follow the original timeline, but there's also a point where it follows that, so you can play two different ways. Because it goes through the timeline on her whole life, all the way up until. Because there's a one big choice you could pick in the end, that you can either die with everyone you were connected with that have died already, and if you want to live on with everyone else. I won't spoil what happens in that because there's a lot of different ways you can go with the endings. I won't say anything about it, but I think if you die, you get restarted from the checkpoint, so that's not a big deal.
It's a shrine at least.
But if it's a lot of action, it probably is, because I died a few times, and it's also reaction based too, so it's timing and
quick
stuff.
time events, pretty
yes,
much.
in some of the levels.
Okay.
And what else is there?
Graphics, combat,
the
story.
graphics are pretty nice. I forget what year it came out of, but they were pretty nice for a older year, a past year, because I think it was like a few years ago it came out. It's pretty nice for
2017, 2018.
maybe, I don't know, probably 17 or 15.
Okay.
17 or 14 or something.
Can't believe it's already a new decade still.
Yeah. So the new year.
Happy New Year still. Alright.
Yep. I think there's more.
Soundtrack, sound
Yeah,
design.
the game also has some romance in it sometimes. Violence in a way.
Anything else?
Oh, the music is also beautiful too. Cause I like kind of like theater kind of music, and this music kind of has like opera kind of stuff.
Really? You mean opera?
Yeah, I kind of like where they like the
High pitched voice, how high pitched singing.
like epic kind of music.
Really?
You know what I'm referring to?
Yeah.
Like echo of
Yeah.
That?
Yeah. To be honest, I'm actually related to a famous Italian opera singer.
if you relate to the Dracula's theme.
Like Castlevania? Like Castlevania music?
Like regular Dracula, I'm talking referring to. Regular Dracula.
Okay, regular Dracula.
Like the big giant piano.
Organ.
Yeah, if you refer to that in opera, basically use that as the voice of the opera, and then basically that's the kind of music I love.
Huh.
That goes towards D&D music too, that I have on Spotify already. Because we will be eventually doing a D&D session.
It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Got anything else to say? I think you got all your points down.
Well, I'm done with the game, but I'm going to say some other things though.
The honorable mentions?
About D&D, because I've just mentioned that.
Oh, do you mind if I do my list first and then we can do yours? The D&D.
I don't want to forget it though.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Because we are loving Ruby, and also, do you want me to mention your book?
That's a topic for another day.
Okay.
My books are a topic for another day.
Yeah. Well, I won't mention that, but do you want me to mention your writing book or no?
You can talk about Ruby,
Okay.
just not my books.
Okay.
That'll probably be down in the future. If you people want to hear about my books, then I will talk about my books.
Yeah. Everyone knows you can do like anything in D&D though. So basically, I told him that maybe because everyone makes the OCs for the series Ruby by Rooster Teeth.
Go ahead, Monty. Moment of silence for Monty. Alright, there you go. I do the moment of silence with that guy.
Mm-hmm. Rest in peace, Monty. And sorry if I butchered that last name. I don't know how it's pronounced.
We're bad with names.
Yes, we are. But I feel like that's the correct pronunciation. Yeah, Ruby is like 7 seasons now.
7 volumes.
Volumes. They have manga, which I have 4 of. 5, including the anthology thing.
You got figures, you got a bunch of stuff.
Yep.
It's also a really good show. I remember he showed me it, and I didn't think much about it at first.
I'll talk about the upcoming games I'm looking forward to at the end, probably.
That's what. No. This is just our top 5 favorite games.
Okay.
But you were saying about the Ruby.
Yeah, we'll be doing a. We will probably record the stream for the.
Yeah, we could do it. I have a thing called Streamlabs on my phone. We could record that way.
Stream what?
Streamlabs is what I use to record for the Pokemon and Fire Emblem series I'm doing.
Oh.
That's how I record. So I have a way we can record.
Yeah, we'll probably record the Ruby one. We'll probably record our original D&D sessions with our other friend, maybe too. His childhood friend.
Yeah, I've known her since middle school.
Yeah, I guess that would be it.
Alright.
Your turn then.
Alright, so my top 5 favorite games. Once again, I should probably mention this is entirely my opinion. If you guys have a top 5 favorite games, that's great. Like I said, this is just mine. My number 5 is actually Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. This is the game that got me into the Kingdom Hearts series. I got it on my PSP. It was one of the first games I ever played, and I remember playing it, and I was terrible at it. It wasn't until much later when we did the live stream that made me have a love for this game. Back then, it's like I said, it was terrible, but I loved the combat that the game had. It flowed beautifully. I liked the magic spells you can use.
Wait, which one?
Birth by Sleep. Like the spells you can use, I loved it. My favorite being the Minesfield one. That was my favorite spell.
You're not on Fire Emblem, right?
Kingdom Hearts.
Oh.
But I love the combat.
I just say Fire Emblem.
My favorite Keyblade is still Lost Memory. That's my personal favorite. I love the characters. My girl being Aqua, she's just a friend. Even though I shouldn't say that. Nothing. But I love the game. I love the story, and it's still a game that I kind of see myself going back to. It's my most played Kingdom Hearts game in general. My 4th favorite is actually Undertale. Pacifist. Not genocide. Because
he raged so much.
We don't talk about the Sans fight. This game, first off, has a beautiful soundtrack. Megalovania, actually, Death by Glamour is my personal favorite song in the entire game. I love the game. The music, it's so catchy. Literally, when I first played the game and Ghost Away on my PSP, I'm literally like, did not even fight the boss. I'm just dancing in my seat. Literally, my brother came home that night, and I had him, and I was facing against Papyrus, and I had him listen to the song. He said, "This music's awesome." Seriously, and the graphics, I love the 8-bit aesthetic. They pretty much paying homage to it. I love the game itself, the characters.
They also have some videos on YouTube going off if it was an anime,
yeah,
which would be actually very cool.
That plus the fandom has produced some really good music. Music too.
They have good art too.
Yeah, no, but fan music. My personal favorite being the Sans and actually Kara Stronger Than You fight. Seriously, that music is absolutely great, and I love it.
And it's originating from Steven Universe.
Yeah, I love that. I love so much about this game. It's one of my top 5 favorite games. My number 3rd favorite game is The Last of Us. I told you about the little story on how me and Last of Us got into this, but I love the game. By the way, Last of Us was actually had one of the awards of best game of the decade. From 2010 to 2019, it won best game of the decade. Let that sink in. That's how good this game is. I have played this game constantly times. I played the game, the base game, and its Left Behind DLC 5 times. And I beat them all. Soundtrack is beautiful. So many romantic and so many moments that tug on the heartstrings that barely any other games made. By the way, I cried in the first 20 minutes of. I nearly cried in the first 20 minutes of Last of Us, and I didn't even shed a single tear in Endgame. Let that sink in. This is how tough I am. Last of Us has made me a man. I have skin. But I love the game. The combat, the brutal combat is so good, is so rich and so beautiful. Which, by the way, we actually will be streaming Last of Us in April, until Last of Us Part 2 is released. My number 2 favorite game, I should probably mention something. This number 2 favorite game was actually for the longest time my number 1 favorite game until recently in August. It was knocked down to number 2. And my number 2 favorite game is Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. For those who don't know, I am a massive fan of the medieval time periods. I find it to be the most fascinating time period in any lore, in any mythology. I love both because I'm a guy, I do fencing, swordplay in medieval times. My hands are tied at this point. But I loved the game. I love it so much. It's a game that I found myself going back to multiple times. I played the hell out of it. The base game, I restarted so many times playing different characters. My personal favorite being Khajiit with heavy armor, with a certain perk that allows my melee damage to do a lot more, unarmed damage to do a lot more, and I just pretty much start punching dragons. It's a lot of fun. Combat soundtrack is so good. Literally, if you have not listened to the soundtracks for Skyrim, please listen to it. It's so good. Not only that, my sound design is rich, story is great, and I love the voice acting. Plus, some fun glitches. I actually have a little story with some glitches. I had a friend who said he got a chance to wear like 2 sets of armor on top of each other, and he had like 900 base armor. It was pretty interesting. Plus, I got like a glitch that allowed me to cast master level magic when I entered a building with a certain magic crit, and all of a sudden I had nothing in my hands, and all of a sudden, boom, an eruption around me, and I constantly became master level magic without even knowing it. But before I list my number 1, I want to do a quick couple honorable mentions. Pokemon X and Y. This is the game I love. I'm in the people who actually do like Gen 6. It was the game that got me back into the Pokemon fandom. Mostly because it introduced my favorite Pokemon of all time, Greninja. Shout out to my boy. And I love the game. It was the game that got me back into it. I love the sound of the game. Did not like the champion, but I still love the game nonetheless, with the graphics being impressive. My next honorable mention is actually Tomb Raider Definitive Edition. This was a game that I frankly enjoy so much. It is so good, and I love it. I remember playing it for the first time and absolutely falling in love with it. Graphics are amazing, story was great, and it also just kicked me hard when I needed it. Now for my number 1. Once again, I should 100% mention, this is my opinion. My opinion should not be stated as fact. This is just my silly opinion. Before I list my number 1, I should give you a little bit of a story. I'm a fan of Smash Ultimate by Sakurai. I think it's Masahiko Sakurai, I think his name is. I'm sorry if I butchered his first name. And I'm a fan of the games. I main Kirby, I main Greninja. But I think I was here. I was either here at my house, and I said, hey, let me try out this certain character. Ever since then, I've become a fan. I bought Fire Emblem Warriors for this character. And I bought their game because of this character. If you don't know who this character is, she's sitting right here. I played Corrin, who is my main. Who was my main in Smash Ultimate during my Smash Ultimate live stream. And I kicked butt. This is my favorite character in all Fire. Not only is my favorite character in all Fire Emblem, but I got Fire Emblem Warriors because of her. I bought Fates because of her. And Fire Emblem Fates is my number 1 favorite game of all time. I know a lot. This is a game that has been bashed, hated. Like, some people don't like the story. Some people don't like Corrin. I'm sorry, honey, for being a blank character. She's a blank character because a thing called a flat character arc, a positive one. The character doesn't undergo much change in their story. But I didn't have a problem with the story. But when I say Fates, I mean Birthright, Conquest, and Revelations. You might think saying I'm counting 3 games for 1. That's not necessarily true. I'm counting 3 paths for 1 game, because you can easily buy all 3 paths for one cartridge. I think the graphics are really impressive. I really liked it, and I'm happy it's on the 3DS and not the Wii U, because I would never have played this game. I love this game. When I first played it, I fell in love. Then no other game has made me fall in love since 2011 when I played Skyrim. I have played each path. I played each path. Shoot, there you go. There you go. It's low battery. But I have played the games and I fall in love with each of them. That being said, I do know there's a lot of music. But it's music. I want to see music. One thing. Lost in Thoughts All Alone is my favorite.
Be quiet.
Lost in Thoughts All Alone is my favorite piece of music. It is so beautiful. And to end all, the final music in each of the bosses is so good. So good. I love it so much.
What kind of music you like?
It's from a video game.
I mean, what kind of music do you really like?
Pretty much everything except country and death metal and heavy metal. I don't like anything else besides that stuff.
You don't like heavy metal? Oh, we wouldn't get along.
Yeah, I know a lot of people will say I don't get along with that. But I love Fates. I love the story. I love the characters. Let me say something. There's a death in Birthright. I nearly shed a tear. I almost cried. I played this game. I nearly cried for a death of a character, and I didn't cry during an end game. Something's wrong with me. But the story, I think, is great. I know a lot of people say the writing is really bad. I didn't have that much problem with the writing. I really liked it. Plus, there's a Fire Emblem manga that I read, and it is so good. The Fates manga is so good. It made me love Corrin and Elise even more. I know that Corrin has probably my favorite weapon of all time, Yato. They call me Yato. But I love the game. It is, like I said, my favorite game of all time, and I could probably go on forever. Like I said, I love the story, I love the graphics, the music, the soundtrack, the sound design. Everything about this game is incredible, and I love it so much. I cannot bash the game. I cannot bash the game at all. I can't say anything negative. It is so good. It is the game that got me into the Fire Emblem series. And one of these days, when I somehow managed to finish 3 Houses, which by the way, I'll be streaming that game this weekend, I'm streaming Fire Emblem Fates. And no one's going to stop me. But anyway, that's it. That is our top 5, or Aeroscape's top. Yeah, that is our top 5 favorite video games of all time. And I should have asked this earlier. Once again, this is our opinion. And I advise you to please not say anything negative about our opinions. We've worked hard on trying to do this list. We thought about this months in advance. And we just really want to let you guys know about our top 5 favorite games. This list may change over time. But it's our favorite games. Yeah. If you have your own opinion on what your games are, that's great. I actually want to hear you guys' opinion. What's your guys' top 5 favorite games? What do you like? I want to hear this stuff. I'm interested. But like I said, if you do disagree with our list, please say it in a manner that is appropriate. I really don't want it to be war in the comments. But anyway, I think that's gonna do it. That's gonna do it for our top 5. Raytheon should be back in the next week. Which, by the way, next week we'll be doing videos on Friday, not Thursday. Thursday will be a bad day for me, so Friday will be streaming more. Just want to let you guys know that right now, and put in much upcoming months. It'll be harder for me to stream as much as I can. I'll probably be just settled to stream on the weekends. Whatever happens, I'm gonna try. But anyway, that's gonna do it. So thank you guys for watching. If you're new to this channel, do subscribe. I want to see if we can hit 60 subscribers before the end of the month. I know it was supposed to be for the end of the year last year, but that would be nice. Yeah, so thank you for watching. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for listening to us talk about video games for almost 50 minutes. It's great. We love talking about video games. It's a good time for us. Outro?
Hats off to you, lads. And lasses. Arrows out.
Stay true to yourselves and never lose sight what's most important in life. Raise Silver and Corrin are out.
Don't forget Big Berserker.
Raytheon out.